So this mom is about to cyberbully her own daughter for 2 years. And I have a feeling this one's going to mess with your head. Now the mom's name is Kendra Licari. And Kendra is 42 years old living in Beal City, Michigan. You know the type of small town. Everyone knows everyone. Quiet. Safe. The kind of place where you'd never expect something like this to happen. And Kendra, she's got it all together on the outside. She's got a husband named Sean. She's got a 13-year-old daughter named Lauren. She works in IT at Ferris State University. And she even coaches girls basketball at Lauren's high school. Like she's super involved in her daughter's life. Maybe a little too involved. Now Lauren, she's living her best teenage life. She's got this boyfriend, Owen McKinney. And they're the golden couple at school. You know what I mean. Like they've been together since junior high. Inseparable. Everyone knows them. And in October 2020, Lauren and Owen get a weird group text from an unknown number. And the text says, "Hi Lauren, Owen is breaking up with you." And then more texts come. He no longer likes you and hasn't liked you for a while. And it's obvious he wants me. And Lauren and Owen, they're confused. Like who is this? But they just figure it's some prank or whatever. You know how teenagers are. So they shrug it off. And then the messages just stop. So they move on. But then in September 2021, the messages start up again. Except this time, they're way worse. Like way worse. Now Lauren and Owen are getting 40 to 50 text messages a day. Sometimes more. And these aren't just pranks anymore. These are threats. Insults. Sexually explicit messages sent to these 13 and 14-year-old kids. The messages say things like, "Kill yourself." They insult Lauren's body. They make sexual advances toward Owen. And here's the creepy part. The messages contain information that only someone close to Lauren would know. Like personal details about her life. And the texts are coming from different numbers. Multiple area codes. So they can't even block them. So Lauren and Owen, they're terrified. Their parents are worried. And Kendra, being the concerned mom that she is, reports the harassment to the school. She's like, "Someone is bullying my daughter, and we need to find out who." So Beal City Public Schools gets involved. They assume it's got to be other students. Right? Like who else would be harassing these kids? So they start investigating. But they can't figure it out. So they refer the case to local law enforcement. The Isabella County Sheriff's Office. And Sheriff Mike Main, he starts investigating. And he's looking at all the kids at school. Everyone's a suspect. Friends turn on friends. Relationships get fractured. The whole school is in chaos. But they still can't find the person sending the messages. So at this point, they call in the FBI for help. And the FBI brings in a cybercrimes expert. And this expert starts digging. He subpoenas the app company's phone records. He analyzes every single number that the messages came from. And he discovers that the person sending the texts is using an app called Pinger. It's an app that creates fake phone numbers to disguise your real number. So the expert gets a search warrant for Pinger. And Pinger gives them 2 IP addresses. And those IP addresses are linked to Verizon. So they get another warrant for Verizon. And Verizon gives them a list of phone numbers attached to those IP addresses. And the FBI expert cross-references those numbers with everyone involved in the case. And guess what? There's only one match. Kendra Licari. The cyberbully tormenting Lauren for nearly 2 years is her own mother. And here's the kicker. The expert finds that Kendra's phone number was attached to the IP address each and every time a text message was sent to the victims. So in August 2022, police show up at the Licari home with a search warrant. And they confront Kendra with the evidence. And almost immediately, she admits it. She's like, "Yeah, it was me." And there's body cam footage of this moment. And you can see Lauren's face. She's in complete disbelief. Like her brain can't even process what she's hearing. Her mom? Her own mom has been sending her these horrible messages for 2 years. And her dad, Sean, he's furious. Like absolutely furious. He can't believe the woman he married would do this to their daughter. Now when Kendra confesses, she tells detectives something interesting. She claims she didn't send those original messages back in October 2020. She says someone else sent those. But then she just fed off from it and started sending her own messages in September 2021. And then she got caught up and just kept going. And here's what really gets me. When she's confessing, she asks the detectives if this whole thing could be kept quiet. She doesn't want other students to find out because she's worried they'll interact negatively with Lauren at school. Like she's still trying to protect her daughter's reputation while admitting she's been tormenting her for 2 years. But of course, there's no keeping this quiet. This is a criminal case. And so bam, Kendra gets arrested in December 2022. She gets charged with 2 counts of stalking a minor, 2 counts of communicating with another to commit a crime, and 1 count of obstruction of justice. Now you're probably wondering why? Like, why would a mother do this to her own child? In the Netflix documentary about this case, Kendra tries to explain herself. She says she was sexually assaulted when she was Lauryn's age, and she was trying to protect Lauryn from experiencing something similar. She says she wanted to control the outcome of Lauryn's journey, that she was afraid of letting her grow up, scared of what could happen to her. But experts think there's more to it. Some people suggest Kendra has a form of Munchausen syndrome by proxy. That's a mental condition where someone harms another person to keep them close and maintain control over them. And in the documentary, Owen's mom reveals that even after Lauryn and Owen broke up, Kendra kept asking her questions about Owen's love life, like she was obsessed with him. And here's another weird detail. Around the time the messages started in 2021, Kendra had actually quit her job at Ferris State University after being placed on a performance improvement plan. But she didn't tell anyone. Not her husband. Not her friends. She just pretended she was still working. She'd fake work calls and everything. Her friend Melissa said Kendra became more introverted around that time, more self-absorbed. So in March 2023, Kendra cuts a deal. She pleads guilty to 2 counts of stalking a minor. And in exchange, the other charges get dropped. And then in April 2023, the sentencing hearing happens. And Kendra is crying. She tells the judge she's sorry. She says she never wanted to hurt anyone, that she's ashamed and remorseful and embarrassed. But Judge Mark Duthie, he's not having it. He tells the court that this case showed him the worst in human nature. He says, "I can't imagine any parent saying such horrible things to her own daughter." And then he says, "It's the kind of case that makes me glad that at the end of my term, I'm retiring." And so Kendra gets sentenced to a minimum of 19 months in prison with a maximum of 5 years. Now in the aftermath of all this, Sean divorces Kendra. He wins full custody of Lauryn. And in the documentary he says, "I just can't believe she would do something like that to her daughter that supposedly she loved dearly. Just makes me sick. She stabbed me in the heart, shot me in the heart, and threw it away." And Kendra was released from prison on parole on August 8, 2024. She's under supervision until February 2026. And as part of her parole conditions, she's not allowed to see Lauryn. In the documentary, Kendra says it's been about 1.5 years since she's seen her daughter. And she says, "We both know that we're with each other no matter what. I definitely think we can have a healthy relationship. But Lauryn, she's more measured about it. She says she wants to see her mom when the time is right. She says, being without that relationship I think is really hurting me. And I think rebuilding our relationship will help both of us a lot. I love her more than anything." And that's just heartbreaking. Because even after everything her mom did to her, Lauryn still loves her. That's the power of the mother-daughter bond. And that's also what makes this case so disturbing. Now here's the thing that really gets me about this case. The messages Lauryn received weren't just mean. They told her to kill herself. They were sexually explicit. They went on for almost 2 years. Over 1,000 pages of text messages. And the person sending them was the one person who was supposed to protect her more than anyone else in the world. Her mother. And this case reminds us of something terrifying. Sometimes the person hurting you isn't a stranger on the internet. Sometimes it's someone in your own home. Someone you trust. Someone you love. And if you or someone you know is being cyberbullied, please take it seriously. Tell a trusted adult. Report it. Don't suffer in silence. Because you never know who might be behind that unknown number. If this case impacted you, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more true crime stories like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one.